Hello, everyone. Apologies for the miscommunication, the technical difficulties. The first road broadcast of the season. Steamers taking on the Wampus Cats. Hello, everyone. I'm Jacob Smedley with you here at Albemarle, North Carolina.
In left field, number 22.
Myers, Garza, Kay, Winslow, Cottle, Kirk, Paget, Morris, Knowles, and Santana. And pitching is Ben Bausis for the Clams, and they will face right-hander Charlie Carpenter from Wingate University, 6'4", 185, standing out on the mound for the Wampus Cats. For the home side, the Wampus Cats starting off the center fielder, number 6, Garrison Bridges. Batting second, the shortstop, number 9, Carter Stones. Batting third, the first baseman, number 23, Bryson Bieber. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 21, Jonathan Barham. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 25, Aiden Wilson. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 28, Isaiah Martin. Bryson Chandler, AC Nope, Kip Thornton, and Charlie Carpenter as Luke Myers stands in. And the first pitch, we're underway, and the first pitch is low, ball 1 to Luke Myers. Luke Myers coming into the ball game. Off spot, and he takes the second pitch from Carpenter in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike here in the top half of the first inning. Clams coming off of a 14-6 win. Myers up the middle of base hit. Luke Myers gets the offense started for the Clams here in the top of the first inning with a base knocked to center. And thank you, everyone, for joining along here in Albemarle, North Carolina, the 4-hour trip to Don Montgomery Park as the Steamers, their first road exhibition game of the season, as Ty Garza in at the plate. And the first pitch from Carpenter is inside. Get the nice view here right behind home plate as Garza takes the ball inside. 1-0. Myers over at first with a single to lead off the game. A throw over. Myers is back. So far for the Clams, Ty Garza has gotten on base in 9 straight games, and he grounds one over to second. Playable for the second baseman, Wilson. He throws to first and retires Garza. Up to second goes Myers, and there's one away for the Clams here in the first. And now Ryan Kay up. Ryan Kay, 2 hits. Two RBIs. He had 2 walks last night.
Number 22.
It was a huge reason that the Clams took down the Scallywags last night. 14-6, the final score of that game. Clams moving to 11-4. Wampus Cats 8-8 coming into this game. And the first pitch to Kay drifts low on the breaking pitch. Left fielder from Murrieta, California, in there. The runner in scoring position upped his average to 325. Leads the Clams among qualified batters. And the 1-0 pitch from Carpenter. Breaking pitch low, and the count goes to 2-0. 1 out, Myers out at second base. Macon Winslow on deck in his first game back. Played in the MLB Draft Combine past few days, making his return to the Clams lineup. 2 balls, no strikes. And Carpenter delivers. On the outside corner for a strike. Right there at the knees, it's 2-1. Runners in scoring position. Despite the 14 runs across the board for the Clams, runners in scoring position has been an issue, though. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Kay is high, and it goes to 3-1. Ryan Kay talking about Garza, his success. Kay, hitter of the week this past week for the Clams, batting over 400. And the 3-1 pitch from Carpenter. Low and inside, ball 4. Another base runner for the Clams here in the first. And 2 runners on for the catcher, Macon Winslow. Macon Winslow standing in.
Next up for the Steamers, number 24, Macon Winslow.
The Hartford, North Carolina native standing in. Winslow so far this season, 295 average, 13 hits, 9 singles, 3 doubles tied for the team lead. And returning from the MLB draft combine, he takes the first pitch low for a ball. Up with a good stop behind the plate. In the field for the home side, the Wampus Cats in center field is in center field. Around the field in the outfield, Barnes. In right field is Martin. And the 1-0 sent foul. Over into the highway there. Intersects Don Montgomery Field. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on first and second with 1 out. In left field is Chandler. Around the infield, Thornton. Over at shortstop is Stomers. At second base is Wilson. First base is Beavers. Fouls another one back. It's 1-2. And not behind the plate. In the field behind Charlie Carpenter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Beautiful day for baseball here on the road. First road broadcast of the Steamers. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. And the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside. Clams paying a visit to former Steamer Houston Wright, the current coach of the Wampus Cats. Played 2 seasons for Edenton, including winning the team MVP in 2020. The 2-2 pitch to Winslow, swung on, grounded up the middle. That'll get through a base hit. Myers around third. He will score. K into third, and an RBI base knock for Macon Winslow, the second hit of the inning. And the Clams take an early 1-0 lead. Winslow picking up right where he left off, and now Alden Cottle up at the dish.
Next up for the Steamers,
2-2 pitch. Fastball over the middle of the plate, and great job there from Winslow. Taking it right back up the middle, and now Alden Cottle coming off of a 2-for-3 ball game. He had a few walks in last night's matchup versus the Scallywags at historic Hicks Field, and the first pitch drifts high. It's 1-0. Cottle with a home run, his first of the season. Also knocked in a double. Gay over at third, he walked. Winslow at first, the RBI knock, and the 1-0 in their first strike. Carpenter, the Oakboro, North Carolina native. For Wingate in the spring, 9 games played, 9.2 innings pitched, 6.52 ERA. 9 hits, 8 runs for the right-hander. Comes set in the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, the high fastball. Cottle swings through it, and it's 1-2. That high fastball has given the Clams trouble this season. A lot of strikeouts on pitches up in the zone. And the count goes to 1-2, and Cottle, who was batting 8th last night, moved up in the lineup to 5th this afternoon to the big day. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a fastball. A big strikeout for Carpenter. And gets a strikeout after the single. And now the first baseman, Gabe Kirk, will come to the dish. Tate Abbott in there last night for the Clams in the victory.
Steamer, number 29, Gabe Kirk.
And now Gabe Kirk standing in. Thank you to everyone watching along the first road broadcast for the Clams this season. You can catch all home games and a few more road games right here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube page. Glad to be with you. The first pitch to Kirk is way inside. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the first. Already a run in for the Clams on the hit by Winslow. Carpenter looking to get out of the early jam. And the righty's 1-0 pitch. On the outside corner for a strike. Love the view behind home plate here. A little change from the normal broadcasting view up at the top. Get it right here. See exactly where it comes in at. 1-1 pitch from Carpenter. Lowe gets away from the catcher Knopp, and moving up to second base goes Winslow. Runners on second and third now. And a 2-1 count. The Clams taking advantage of a lot of pass balls last night against the Scallywags. They walked 13 times in that ball game, including a handful of pitches going outside the zone. Kirk looking to come up with a 2-out hit in the 2-1. Swung on, grounded towards second. One hop there, corrals it as Wilson, and he throws to first, and that'll do it. A run comes across on the hit by Winslow. 2 runners stranded. Wampus Cats coming up in the bottom of the first. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. The Albemarle Area United Way is a nonprofit organization that improves residents' lives in 9 counties throughout northeastern North Carolina. This year, the Steamers have partnered up with the United Way and are looking forward to helping raise money for their services. On Sunday, July 2nd, the Steamers will be wearing special-themed patriotic jerseys for their game. The jerseys will be auctioned off during the game, and all the proceeds will go back to the Albemarle Area United Way. If you would like to have this one-of-a-kind jersey, be sure to be here that night and support a good cause. A huge thank you to H2OBX Water Park for making this night possible for the Albemarle Area United Way.
Hey, I'm Ryan Kay. You're watching Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers Baseball YouTube.
Thank you, Ryan. A road game here today for the Clams. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. Ben Bausis on the mound for the Clams, and he'll face the Wampus Cats lineup, leading off the center fielder, number 6, Garrison Bridges. Batting second, the shortstop, number 9, Carter Stones. Batting third, the first baseman, number 23, Bryson Bieber. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Joshua Barham. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 25, Aiden Wilson. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 28, Isaiah Martin. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 10, Bryson Chandler. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 35, Casey Knopp. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 16, Kip Thornton. On the mound, batting 10th, the pitcher, number 27, Charlie Carpenter. Garrison Bridges leading off for the Wampus Cats. Bridges will face off against Ben Bausis. Bausis in his 6th game on the mound for the Steamers, his 2nd start. And the first pitch is low and away, ball 1 to Bridges. Bausis, 15 1/3 innings pitched. He has a win, a 3.52 ERA, 6 earned runs, 5 walks. And the 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 18 hits allowed, 7 Ks given up, 5 walks. That 15.1 innings pitched, the second most on the Clams, only the Chandler Paget. And the 1-1 softly grounded over to first. Kirk charges. Kirk is going to apply the tag to Bridges for out number 1. Sharp play over at first base from the Olivet College native, who had off last night. Sharp play in the field. And now two up. There's Stones. And the first pitch to him is low and away, 1-0. Carter Stones, the shortstop in there. And the 1-0 pitch from Bausis. Swung on, grounded. Slowly hit over to short. Tanner Knowles getting his first action at short. Throws it over to Kirk for out number 2. And 2 outs on just 4 pitches for Ben Bausis. A great start.
Number 23. Bryson Beber.
And now Bryson Beber in there, the first baseman, number 23. Bryson Beber from St. Andrews University, the sophomore. First baseman, he's also pitched as well. And the first pitch from Bowser swung on, grounded foul down the first base side. But from China Grove, North Carolina, 6'1", 185. In 9 games played for St. Andrews in the spring, 136 average. And the 0-1 pitch, outside, 1-1. One of the things with Bowser so far this season, he started the year going only 3 1/3 out of the bullpen. His last 2 appearances against Norfolk. And that one outside. Norfolk and then Carolina, 12 innings, including 7 innings in the start. The 8-4 victory against Norfolk and Edenton. The 2-1 pitch swung on, grounded on the infield. Bowser goes up top, corrals it and throws out. Beber over at first base, a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the first. We go to the second. Steamers lead the Wampus Cats 1-0.
Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there.
Hey, my name is Zane Loveday, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel.
Welcome back to Don Montgomery Park. Top half of the second inning. Drifton Paget, Chris Morris, and Tanner Knowles. 7, 8, 9 for the Clams against Charlie Carpenter. Charlie Carpenter gave up the run in the first on the hit by Winslow. Was able to dance around trouble with 2 runners on, and now Drifton Paget due up. So far a .250 average, 2 doubles, a home run, and 4 RBIs. First pitch just misses. It's 1-0 to Paget. One ball, no strikes in the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carpenter comes set. And the pitch. Gets away from the catcher, Knopp, and it goes to the backstop. Carpenter gave up runs in 3 out of 9 appearances in the spring. His best season, his best matchup was against Anderson College. An inning pitch, 2 strikeouts, no runs, no earned. We're going to get back in the count here against Paget. And the 2-1. Swung on, fouled off, and the count is even. It's 2-2. Rocky Mount native, Drifton Paget up at the dish. Handful on the drive, about the 4-hour trek for the Clams. Going through multiple colleges, few players attend in the area. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fly ball, right field. Again, it will get foul. Chasing after it was Martin in right. Could not come up with it, and it's now 2-2. Just behind it there from Paget, who's been on a bit of a slow stretch. since winning Hitter of the Week a few weeks ago. Going to get back on a roll. We have 3 walks last night, and the 2-2 pitch is inside. Count goes to 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Carpenter gets the sign in the pitch. Low, ball 4, and Paget walks again. 4th straight walk in 2 games combined now. And now Chris Morris, the designated hitter, gonna step in.
Into bat for the Steamers, number 21, Chris Morris.
Chris Morris. Coming up. Paget over at first base. And the pitch from Carpenter to Morris, swung on, line drive over to second. Wilson couldn't handle it at first, gets the first out at second. Throw to first is not in time. 1 out, recorded out at second base. Wilson, the great feed to the shortstop Stones. But the throw over to first, not in time.
Number 25, Tanner Knowles.
Morris reaches, replacing Paget over at first base. There's 1 out and 1 on. Now Tanner Knowles up his first game as a Clam. Arrived a few days ago in Edenton. Was active last night against the Scallywags, but getting his first start of the year. And the first pitch inside, and it hits him on the pad on his left arm. Discards the pad, and Tanner Knowles, welcome to the first game of summer ball. The true freshman from Georgia gets hit on the arm, and slow jog over to Coach Delton Stallings at first base. Just like the first inning, the Clams with some action on the base paths.
Up next for the
Runner
Steamers,
on.
number 5, Giomar Santana.
Giomar Santana coming to the dish. Santana, he had a hit, 5 at-bats last night. In right field tonight at the 10th spot in the order. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Lambs looking to get another one across. Steven the second, and the pitch from Carpenter. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Not unable to hold on to it. Beautiful sunny day in southern North Carolina. Clams starting a 3-game road trip. Only exhibition game in that road trip. Facing off against Tarboro and Outer Banks the next 2 games. And the 0-1 pitch to Santana, swung on, grounded to second. Wilson has it, tags at first, and gets the double play. An excellent play out at second base by Wilson. And a double play to end the top half of the second. 2 more runners stranded for the Clams. We go to the bottom half of the second. The Wampus Cats coming up. Clams lead it 1-0.
Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there.
Welcome back. Bottom half of the second inning. Ben Bausis back on the mound, and 4, 5, and 6. Barham, Wilson, and Martin due up for the Wampus Cats. And the first pitch from Bausis is high, ball 1. Joshua Barham at the dish. And the 1-0 pitch to him. Inside, it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes from Bausis. Barham from Wingate, the sophomore, takes the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. Barham, Monroe, North Carolina native, 6'3", 230 at the dish. And a designated hitter tonight, not behind the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch from Bausis fouled off, and the count goes to 2-2. Bausis coming in more of a middle relief mop-up role as last time, been very versatile. Been a setup man at multiple times this season. Start against Norfolk, and the 2-2 pitch on the inside corner called. Strike 3 on the fastball. And Barham goes down for out number 1, and now stepping up to the dish is the second baseman, Aiden Wilson, who made a slick double play in the top half of the second. And a lot of balls head his way in the early going for the Clams. Made a nice tag, turn, out at second base, and looking to get something going for Uwharrie here in the second. Wampus Cats coming in with a record of 8-8. And Bausis' first pitch is in there for a strike. Clams 11-4. Front running the PCL in the early going. And the 0-1 pitch. Outside, it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Aiden Wilson. And the 1-1 pitch, swung on, fouled, straight back at us behind home plate. The netting here going all the way around, extending out to the dugout. No netting protecting each dugout. A bit of a fence there at Don Montgomery Park. And the 1-2 pitch from Bausis. High, and it's 2-2. Changes in the field for the Clams today. Kirk over at first base for Abbott. As mentioned, Tanner Knowles his first start at shortstop, and the 2-2 pitch drifts high, and the count is full. Winslow back behind the dish for Uwharrie. And Giomar Santana out in right field. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball, left center field. Padgett drifting back. He's at the wall, and he'll make the catch just outside of the fence. For out number 2, Wilson giving it a ride.
Isaiah Martin.
And now Isaiah Martin from Catawba Valley Community College. One of 7 players from Catawba. Nice reunion before the game. Got Tate Abbott walking around chatting. Houston Wright as well. And the first pitch low. Martin from Toccoa, Georgia. 6'5", 200 at the dish. And the 1-0. High and away. It's 2-0. 17 games played. 286 average for Catawba in the spring. Had 8 hits, a double, and a triple. And the 2-1 pitch from Bausis. Outside, and the count goes to 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Bottom of the second. Beautiful afternoon for baseball here in Albemarle, North Carolina. 3 balls, no strikes in the pitch. In there, and it's 3-1. Walks for the Clams. Despite the victory 14-6 yesterday, still walking 8 batters, 5 from starter Cole Taylor, and the 3-1 pitch low and away, ball 4. And a base runner for the Wampus Cats here with 2 outs as Martin heads down to first. Now the left fielder, Bryson Chandler, stepping in.
Up next for the Cats, number 10, Bryson Chandler.
Another outfielder from Catawba Valley. Freshman from Clemens, North Carolina. And at left field today. Listed as an outfielder, can play all over. We're going to keep the inning going for Uwharrie. And the first pitch to him is on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. As mentioned, the Clams' first away exhibition game of the season. 3-1 so far in non-PCL play is a big cut and a miss by Chandler. Started the year 3-0 with wins over the Clovers, the Clayton Clovers, the High Point Air Force. And the 0-2, low and away, recent loss. Snapping that winning streak to the Disco Turkeys, a familiar foe for the Wampus Cats so far. Played a doubleheader against the Disco Turkeys earlier this season, back and forth so far. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Bausis. Outside, it's 2-2. Balls, 2 strikes. Bausis looking to limit the offense. And the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here to Chandler. In a 1-0 game. Steamers had to come from behind last night against the Outer Banks. Trailed the game by 3. But scored 11 unanswered runs in the later innings. And the 2-2 pitch to Chandler. Low and away, a good stop by Winslow behind the dish. Have to imagine for Winslow, you spend all those days at the combine, catching from all different types of prospects, from coaches. Now coming back to summer ball and catching the Steamers staff off and running and called strike 3 on the outside corner. Bausis with a huge strikeout to end the second. A runner stranded for the Wampus Cats. We go to the third. It's 1-0. Steamers in front. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there.
Hi, this is William Stewart, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on Steamers YouTube channel.
Thank you, Will. A new pitcher on the mound for the Wampus Cats as we head into the 3rd inning. Here at Don Montgomery Park in Albemarle, North Carolina, the right-hander Sawyer Smith on the mound for the Wampus Cats. From Wake Tech, the sophomore from Norwood, North Carolina, 6'1", 165. Relieving Charlie Carpenter, who goes the first 2 innings, allows a run, stranded 4 base runners, and he'll face the top of the lineup. Myers, Garza, and Kay against Sawyer Smith. 40 strikeouts in the spring, an 8.49 earned run average. And now
Top of the
Luke
lineup for the
Myers.
Steamers. Number 3, Luke Myers.
Myers with a single to center field his first time, came around to score. It's a delay here as Coach Justin Hill working his way out to the third base coach's box. Talking with Houston Wright as well, Wampus heads coach, former Steamer. As mentioned, going back to Wright, 451 average for the Clams a few seasons ago. Had 14 home runs, 51 runs batted in. and was the Gizaki MVP of the team. Rams lost in the divisional round of the PCL Championship last season, and the first pitch from Smith is outside, 1-0. Now coaching. He's also coached at Catawba Valley, where he played. And the 1-0 inside, 2-0 at 456 average, 2020, the highest in team history for the Clams. It's also the PCL MVP that season. The 2-0 pitch to Luke Myers. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's now 2-1. Myers all but 2 games starting at second base. Now 2 weeks strong in the leadoff spot, and the 2-1 pitch. Another breaking ball, and another one in there for a strike for Smith on the outside corner, featuring that fastball breaking pitch. Looks like a slider out of the hand from the righty from Wake Tech. And the 2-2 pitch to Myers. Swung on, grounded foul behind the plate. Count goes to 2-2. Game is creeping to the end of June. Some in a 3-game road stretch, closing in on the end of the month. And a few home games. Road game against Clayton on the 29th as well. The 2-2 fouled off. And the All-Star break, July 6th. Your favorite Clams will be in action in the Outer Banks, taking on the Scallywags. With the Scallywags, the River Bandits, as the North and the South face off. 2 balls, 2 strikes again to Myers. Swing, and he missed it. Gets behind the catcher. Knock, throws to first. Caught over at first base. And out number 1. Weber makes the play. Myers is retired on the strikeout. And now Ty Garza due up.
Next up for the Steamers,
Wild
7,
play.
Ty
Myers
Garza.
swings over top of the breaking pitch. Now Ty Garza up at the plate. With 1 out. And the pitch high. It's 1-0. Garza, as mentioned, 9 straight games reaching base. Has a hit in 8 of those 9. And looking deeper into those games so far in this stretch, a lot of those hits singles, but they hit hard through the holes. Handful of doubles in there. And the 1-1 pitch to him. Way outside. It's 2-1. Shortstop for Barton. Batting 196 in the spring for the Bulldogs. Already up so far to 263. And the 2-1. On the outside corner, it's 2-2. Another nice fastball from Smith, dotting the outside corner. The count goes to 2-2. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. And the 2-2 pitch to Garza. On the outside corner, called strike 3, and 2 straight strikeouts from Smith to start the top half of the 3rd inning. Another fastball. Garza might have thought it was outside. It really wasn't expecting it.
Next
Waiting
up,
breaking
for
ball.
the Steamers,
And Smith
number
putting
22,
it by him.
Ryan Kay.
And now there's 2 outs for Ryan Kay. Reached in the 1st. Was stranded over at third base after the hit by Macon Winslow, who sits on deck. And the first pitch to Kay is right down the middle for a strike. Kay's hot streak has been something to marvel at. He's started against the River Bandits, but last night against the Scallywags kept it going. And the 0-1 is low. It's 1-1. Talking with him the other day all about that approach that he brings to the dish. The work ethic. And the 1-1, a big swing and a miss at the breaking pitch. It's 1-2. Smith a strike away from striking out the side here in the top half of the 3rd. The side from Knopp. And he delivers. Way outside. It's 2-2. Smith's best game of the season came against Cleveland Community College. 1 of 6 starts. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 strikeouts. And the 2-2 pitch to Kay. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on the breaking pitch. Smith strikes out 3. We go to the bottom of the third. The Steamers lead the Wampus Cats 1-0.
The Albemarle Area United Way is a nonprofit organization that improves residents' lives in 9 counties throughout northeastern North Carolina. This year, the Steamers have partnered up with the United Way and are looking forward to helping raise money for their services. On Sunday, July 2nd, the Steamers will be wearing special-themed patriotic jerseys for their game. The jerseys will be auctioned off during the game, and all the proceeds will go back to the Albemarle Area United Way. If you would like to have this one-of-a-kind jersey, be sure to be here that night and support a good cause. A huge thank you to H2OBX Water Park for making this night possible for the Albemarle Area United Way. The Steamers are excited to announce a newfound partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of the Albemarle. This season will mark our first annual jersey fundraiser for the organization. To coincide with our Chowan County Cantaloupes moniker, we will be wearing special themed jerseys on all home Wednesdays at historic Hicks Field. At our final Wednesday on July 19th, we will be auctioning off the Cantaloupes jerseys. All proceeds will go towards the summer programs that benefit the kids of the Boys and Girls Club of the Albemarle. We would like to extend a huge thank you to RC Theaters Albemarle Movies 8 for their sponsorship and support of the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you for your support of this great cause.
Welcome back. Bottom half of the third inning. Ben Bausis out on the mound again for the Clams. Gonna face 8-9-1. Knopp, Thornton, and Barnes due up for the Wampus Cats. 1 run so far for both sides.
For the Cats, number 35, Casey Knopp.
And now Casey Knopp standing in, the catcher tonight. Knopp standing in there as the catcher. One of 4 on the Wampus Cats roster, and he takes the first pitch from Bausis in there for a strike. And Bausis had only 6 appearances for Chowan University in the spring, and matching that already here in the early summer in the 0-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike to Knopp. And an 0-2 pitch to Knopp. High, 1-2. Clams have won a lot of low-scoring games so far this season. Only 1 shutout, though. 1-2, low and away. Some close victories against Harbor, the Scallywags as well, 3-0, then only shutout. And the 2-2, high. Count goes from 0-2 to 3-2 to Knopp, with the third baseman Kip Thornton waiting on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swung on, popped up, foul, and this will go out of play. The count remains 3-2. Longest road game of the season for the Clams. Next closest, a few trips to Wake Forest. And the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on the high fastball. Bausis elevating the heater there, retiring Knopp, and now
Up next for the Cats, number 16,
the third
Kip
baseman Kip Thornton standing in. Erskine University, Midland, North Carolina native, 6'3", 200. And the first pitch to him. Swung on, grounded towards third, foul. And it's 0-1. Ball's 1 strike to Thornton. Played at Central Cabarrus High School in Concord, North Carolina. And the 0-1 pitch to him. A breaking ball in there for a strike, and Bausis ahead in the count, 0-2. He's had that breaking ball moving so far on the mound. And the 0-2 pitch. Outside. Good spot. The count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Breaking ball on the outside corner called strike 3. And 2 strikeouts for Bausis here in the third. And now the top of the order coming up. And now Garrison Barnes stepping up. 2 outs. And the first pitch to Barnes. Big cut and a miss at a fastball. 0-1. Smith striking out the side in the top of the third. Bausis looking to do the same here in the bottom of the third. Pair of strikeouts to begin. Fastball and breaking ball to perfection out on the mound for Bausis here in the inning. That breaking ball low and away, the slider. And the 0-1 is high. He throws a fastball, curveball, slider as well, and the changeup occasionally. And the 1-1 to Barnes. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Barnes grounded out to first his first time. Kirk, a nice snap and a tag to the speedy Barnes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, and the pitch from Bausis. Low and away. It's 2-2. Coach Justin Hill for the Clams. They wanting Bausis to go long in this game. Running a stretch of 10 games in 10 days for the Steamers. The 2-2 high. Head nod no from Barnes there as he takes the fastball high, and the count is full with 2 outs. And a 1-0 ball game here in the third. Bausis gets the sign quickly and delivers. Swinging a ground ball foul down the third baseline. Dimensions here at Don Montgomery Park. 310 to left, 360 to left center and right center. And the deepest 365 to straightaway center field. 310 in right as well. And the 3-2. Swinging a foul ball back. It remains 3-2. Also with Bausis so far, he's been efficient on the mound. Only 1 walk. He's been getting strikes as well. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. And the pitch to Barnes. Swung on, grounded to third. 1 hop, Cottle corrals it, throws over the diamond, and retires Barnes at first. A 1-2-3 inning in the third for Bausis. We head to the fourth. The Clams lead the Wampus Cats 1-0.
Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there.
Hi, this is William Stewart, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on Steamers YouTube channel.
Welcome back to Don Montgomery Park here in Albemarle, North Carolina. 4, 5, 6 drew up for the Clams. Winslow, Cottle, and Kirk against Sawyer Smith in his second inning of work. Charlie Carpenter going the first 2 innings, allowing a run on 3 hits. And the first pitch, Winslow, misses. It's 1-0. Lamb's catcher picking up right where he left off in the first inning. Now 9 RBIs on the season. And the 1-0 flied in the air to right, heading over to it and giving it a look as Martin almost tracks it down. Great hustle moving from left to right.
Leading off the inning for the Steamers, number 24, Mickey Winslow.
Now 14 hits on the season, moves his batting average back above 300. Leading off the inning here in the fourth, both teams quiet offensively since that first inning for the Clams. And the 1-1 pitch to Winslow, swung on, cued on the infield. It gets down, Smith gathers and tags Winslow up the baseline for out number 1. Jam shot by Smith. And Winslow cued it on the infield. Smith tags him out, and there's now 1 away for Alden Cottle. Cottle striking out his first time.
Next up for the Steamers, number 13, Alden Cottle.
Third baseman, again, a few hits last night. He has 3 hits, 6 RBIs in his last 2 games. And the first pitch to him high and inside, 1-0. Baseman from Ahoskie, North Carolina. And the 1-0 hung on in the air to right. He had a second, really. Wilson calls it off, and he makes the catch. Martin came running in. Depth perception here behind the dish. Ball went way up in the air, and Wilson corralled it. 2 quick outs for Smith, who's retired the first 5 out of the bullpen for the Wampus Cats. And now Gabe Kirk standing in. Kirk 0 for 1. And the first pitch to the Clams' first baseman. Swung on, line drive, caught out of the air by Wilson. And a quick 1-2-3 inning in the fourth for Smith, who's retired 6 straight. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Still a 1-0 Steamers advantage.
Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. The Albemarle Area United Way is a nonprofit organization that improves residents' lives in 9 counties throughout northeastern North Carolina. This year, the Steamers have partnered up with the United Way and are looking forward to helping raise money for their services. On Sunday, July 2nd, the Steamers will be wearing special-themed patriotic jerseys for their game. The jerseys will be auctioned off during the game, and all the proceeds will go back to the Albemarle Area United Way. If you would like to have this one-of-a-kind jersey, be sure to be here that night and support a good cause. A huge thank you to H2OBX Water Park for making this night possible for the Albemarle Area United Way.
Welcome back to the bottom half of the fourth inning here at Don Montgomery Park. Steamers Wampus Cats. The first and only matchup between the teams this season.
Leading off the inning for the Cats, number 9, Carter Stones.
Carter Stones, Bryson Ember, and Joshua Barham. 2, 3, 4 for the Wampus Cats against Ben Bausis in the first pitch. Big cut and a miss from Stones. Bausis been as dominant as ever on the mound. The fastball control, breaking pitches mixed in as well. And the 0-1 pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Seems like every count so far today has gotten ahead at least 0-1. And the 0-2 pitch to Stones. Swinging a ground ball to short. 2 hops. Knowles throws over to first. Kirk stretches and makes the play for out number 1. He pitches 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Next up
and now Bryson Beber.
Number 23, Bryson Beber.
Tyson Beber stepping in. St. Andrews, the sophomore. Best game of the season versus Bruton Parker in the spring, and swings at the first pitch, pops it high in the air on the infield. Bowses can't see it, he falls, and Cook comes sliding in to make the catch. Bowses tripping off the mound, Cook sliding down to make the catch. And a huge out
Next
number
up for the
two.
Wampus, number 21, Joshua Barr.
Bowses, also a second baseman by trade, coming down off the mound. Wasn't a difficult pop fly, but just tripping off of the lip of the grass. And Gabe Kirk making the sliding catch, and now Joshua Barham stepping in, and he takes the first pitch in there for a strike. That's been one of the biggest things so far this outing for the Clams, the strikes from Bowses. And the 0-1 fouled back. It's been a struggle. Taylor with 5 walks, and Chandler Paget, the Steamers' best starter this season. He had a walk issue in Tuesday's game, walked 4 in the win. And the 0-2 grounded to short. A few hops to Knowles, who gathers, throws to first, and Barham is retired the 3rd consecutive 1-2-3 inning for both sides. We go to the top half of the 5th. It's 1-0. Steamers in front.
The Steamers are excited to announce a newfound partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of the Albemarle. This season will mark our first annual jersey fundraiser for the organization. To coincide with our Chowan County Cantaloupes moniker, we will be wearing special themed jerseys on all home Wednesdays at historic Hicks Field. At our final Wednesday on July 19th, we will be auctioning off the Cantaloupes jerseys. All proceeds will go towards the summer programs that benefit the kids of the Boys and Girls Club of the Albemarle. We would like to extend a huge thank you to RC Theaters Albemarle Movies 8 for their sponsorship and support of the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you for your support of this great cause. Every year, the Steamers are proud to have the opportunity to raise money for the Jim Catfish Hunter ALS Foundation. On Saturday, July 15th, the Steamers will wear special themed jerseys that will be auctioned off during the game. Proceeds will go towards the fight to strike out ALS. Catfish Hunter is an MLB Hall of Fame pitcher that lived just a short distance from historic Hicks Field and was even a host family for the Steamers organization in its inaugural year. Unfortunately, he lost his battle with ALS over 20 years ago. The Steamers will continue to carry on his legacy and do their part to strike out ALS. We thank you for your support of this great cause. Welcome back. Paget up at the dish, and the 1-0 is in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Drifton Paget, the center fielder for the Clams. And the 1-1 pitch to him. Swung on, fouled straight back. And the count goes to 1-2. Apologies for any technical difficulties. First road game for the Clams. Broadcasting on the road. First one of the season. PCL regulations. All home broadcasts for the PCL opponents. And the 1-2 pitch inside. And it's now 2-2 to Paget. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You're in the top half of the 5th inning in a 1-0 ball game. And the pitch from Smith swung on, fouled off. Smith in his 3rd inning of work struck out the side last frame. A lazy Sunday afternoon. The offenses Really yet to get going so far. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Smith getting the sign. And he delivers. Swung on line, caught out at shortstop by Stomers for out number 1. 1 out here in the 5th inning, and now Chris Morris coming up. The designated hitter today. Morris in his 6th game of the year at the dish. He's also pitched as well, the third baseman, right-handed pitcher, in a DH today. The bench for the Clams, Cottle as well. And Morris a drive to left. Over is Chandler, and he makes the catch
And that was
for out number
21
2.
for the Steamers, Chris Morris.
Morris flying out to left, 2 away. Apologies for the sound here on the stream.
Up next, number 25, Tanner Knowles.
Now Tanner Knowles stepping in. First at bat as a Clam a few innings ago, hit on the arm. Went down to first, was stranded. And first pitch to him. On the outside corner for a strike. Knowles redshirting his first year at Georgia. Now play for Perry, Georgia native. The 0-1 swung on, flied in the air to center. Coming in is Bridges, and he won't get there. Barnes, excuse me. Reaching first is Knowles, his first base hit as a Clam. He's on with 2 outs. And now stepping up to the plate is Giomar Santana with 2 outs.
Next up for the Steamers, number 5, Giomar Santana.
Giomar Santana, the right fielder, coming in for the Clams with 2 outs and a runner at first. Rounded out his last time. Sawyer Smith, the fastball, and that breaking pitch, the slider, way outside. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Giomar Santana. In the top half of the 5th inning, moving right along here at Montgomery Park. Throw over, and out at
And he
first
picks him
base is Knowles. Knowles is back. Not picked
Or
off,
not.
rather. Dropped the ball. Ember over at first base. Looked like he had him initially. Assistant coach for the Clams, Delton Stallings, pointing to the ball on the ground. Knowles over at first base. And the 1-0 pitch to Santana, way inside, almost got him, and the count goes to 2-0. Dodging out of the way of that one. Santana, 273 average so far, 4 RBIs, 6 hits. Has a stolen base in there as well. Looking to get something going for the Clams here in the 5th. And another throw over. Knowles is back, not more easily this time. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch from Smith. High and away, Knowles back to first, and he's in there. Can hop the throw over. Now the count 3-0. Top of the order, Luke Myers on deck. 3 balls, no strikes. Smith gets the sign from Knapp. And the pitch in there, and it's now 3-1. The fastball from Sawyer Smith. 40 strikeouts on the season for Wake Tech. Strong in the field, only 1 error, 10 total catches. 3 balls, 1 strike at the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Santana reaches, and 2 on now with 2 outs. And up out to the mound as Luke Myers standing in.
Top of the lineup for the Steamers, number 3, Luke Myers.
Luke
Myers standing in. He has a base hit, a run scored all the way back in the first inning. He scored the only run for either side. Myers up. 2 outs, 2 on here in the 5th. And the first pitch to Myers, a fastball high, it's 1-0. One ball, no strikes to Luke Myers. The 1-0 pitch outside. Apologies for the technical difficulties. 1-0 ball game. Two balls, no strikes. Some trouble here for Smith in the 5th. And the pitch. High, it's now 3-0, in danger of walking back-to-back batters is Smith. And time is called. Assistant coach Jacob Emerson going to go out and talk with the young right-hander. To get back in the zone. So efficient. Struck out the side the last frame. And now some trouble. The biggest jam since the first inning for the Clams. On the RBI hit by Macon Winslow here in a 1-0 game here in the top of the 5th. Three balls, no strikes. To Luke Myers, the mound visit over. Myers standing in. The Tigers are on deck. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. And the pitch from Smith. High, ball 4, and Myers walks. 2 walks now in the inning, and the Clams have the bases loaded with 2 outs. And stepping up is Ty Garza, who's been the hottest hitter for the Clams over the past week and a few games. Looking to extend the lead in a low-scoring affair. Smith looking to get out of a jam. And the first pitch to Garza. Swung on, flied in the air to center. Shallow coming in as Barnes, and he makes the catch on the run to end the inning. The Clams strand 3. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. The Steamers lead the Wampus Cats 1-0.
Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details.
Bottom half of the 5th inning. Back on the hill is Ben Bausis. And he will face off against 5, 6, 7 Wilson, Martin, and Chandler for the Wampus Cats in a 1-0 ball game. Steamers stranding the bases loaded in the top half of the 5th inning. Few walks. 1-0 game. In Albemarle, North Carolina.
Those of you with inquiring minds, the song Chevy Land from
After 14 runs last night, Only one tonight for the Clams, but they're pitching. Ben Bausis entering the fifth. Struck out the side in the fourth.
Leading off the fifth inning. Number 25.
Now
Aiden Wilson.
Now Aiden Wilson will lead it off. And the first pitch from Bounce is a big cut and a miss. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Wilson. The second baseman made some fine plays in the field today. And the 1 is high. It's 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch from Bausis. Breaking ball outside. It's 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch grounded foul. It'll go to 2-2. One's grounded out his first time. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swung on, fly ball to left center field. Kay on the run, diving catch, and he corralled Ryan Kay in left center field with a diving catch for out number 1. Laying out to make the catch. Ryan Kay, a web gem out in left field. And now there's 1 away with Isaiah Martin stepping in. And the first pitch to him is high, ball 1. Some phenomenal plays in the field. 8 errors last night in the Scallywags Steamers game. That one grounded to second. Myers has it, throws to first for out number 2. And 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And going back to the game last night, 8 errors. 8 errors in total. 7 for the Scallywags, 1 for the Clams from Alden Cottle, but a diving play there from Kay. Phenomenal. And this pitch fouled off there from Chandler at the dish. And the 0-1 grounded over to third. Cottle has it. Easy throw over to first, and that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning aided by a defensive gem in left field by Kay. Bausis through another frame. We go to the 6th. Steamers lead it 1-0.
Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there.
Hey, my name is Zane Loveday, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Hey, my name is Zane Loveday, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the top half of the 6th inning. New pitcher on the mound for the Wampus Cats in a 1-0 pitcher's duel. The third pitcher used from the Wampus Cats, the first southpaw, is left-hander Evan Davidson, taking over for Sawyer Smith, who goes a few innings, dances around trouble in the top half of the 5th inning. And now 3, 4, 5 due up for the Clams. Kay, Winslow, and Cottle, 3 righties, will face off against the lefty and the left-hander
Leading off the inning for the
Evan
Steamers,
Davidson.
number 22, Ryan Kay.
Davidson facing the heart of the order. 1-0 game. Biggest threat for really either side was the walk for the Clams that got them a runner in scoring position. Bases loaded. But the only run by this heart of the order in the first inning, and the first pitch from Davidson hits Kay. He'll go down to first base, and Davidson greeting the Steamers lineup with a hit batter, and now making Winslow. Winslow's run back in the first inning brought to you by Feral Gas. Easy propane
Next up for the
service
Steamers, number
starts
24,
here.
Megan Winslow.
Feral Gas. Making Winslow, RBI hit. Number 9 RBIs so far. 4th on the team. And a big cut and a miss at the next pitch from Davidson. It's 0-1. Uwharrie getting the day off today for the Clams. Started in the cleanup spot yesterday. One of the 3 catchers on the roster. Winslow and Uwharrie have been starting most of the season. The 0-1 pitch hit in the air. Foul. And it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Macon Winslow. No outs. Here in the top half of the 6th inning. All game started at 3, moving along real quickly. Limited offensive production. That one gets away from Knapp. Going out to second base is Kay. And for the second consecutive inning, the Clams have at least a runner in scoring position. Winslow knocked in Myers back in the first inning, a very similar situation. Myers advanced to second on a wild pitch. Kay reached on a walk, and Winslow asks for time. Winslow again going to the MLB draft combine, has had multiple tryouts for a few teams. Went there, was really struggling a few games for the Clams. Came back after one of the tryout. Had 3 hits in that ball game against Greenbrier in the loss. Now looking to do the same here. No balls, no strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. It remains 1-2. Alden Cottle on deck for the Clams here in the top of the 6th. Only a few hits for Edenton in this one. Winslow has one of them. 1-0 game as we enter the later innings. And the pitch from Davidson. High, it's 2-2. Fastball. Davidson running it up there on the mound. Fastball, got the breaking ball as well. Seen a few pitches so far to Winslow. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kay out at second on the hit batter and the stolen base. And the 2-2 pitch. Way outside, another pass ball, and Kay will advance up to third base. Now a productive out for Winslow. Could get the run across. 2 wild pitches for Davidson out of the pen. Talking with Wampus Cats manager Houston Wright before the game. Well, he has struggled similarly to the Steamers with walks from the arms so far. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Davidson. Swung on, grounded to short. Diving stop over at short. By Stomers, a throw to first, and he got Winslow. Web gems all over the diamond for both sides here in this one. Stomers with a diving play. Kay comes across, and the Steamers take a 2-0 lead. The diving play by Kay in the outfield. And with Kay over at third base, Stomers with a phenomenal play over at third for out number 1. And Alden Cottle in there. The first pitch to him is low, 0 for 2 so far today. For the Clams, third baseman, Alden Cottle. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Way outside, it's 2-0 Cottle. 10th game of the season after missing the first 5. The hand injury. Now 5 hits. Moving his average up to 167 after the 2 hits last night. 2 doubles, a home run, 6 RBIs. Also stolen 2 bags. Clams with 6 stolen bases in last night's game. Another one bounds in the dirt as Davidson's control shaky here in this inning. The hit batter, pair of wild pitches, allowing Kay to come around, and Winslow, his second RBI of the game. Three balls, no strikes. Gabe Kirk on deck for the Clams. 1 out here in the 6th. And the pitch. In there, and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. To the Mount Olive Trojan. The 3-1. Outside ball 4, and Cottle is on with a 1-out walk. The second Clam to reach in the inning without putting a ball in play. A hit batter, a walk. Kay came around to score, and now Gabe Kirk coming up in a lefty-lefty matchup against Davidson.
Next up for the Steamers, number 29, Gabe Kirk.
Kirk has hit it hard here today, but nothing to show for it. 0 for 2 so far. Nice play over at third from Wilson on his last time. And the first pitch, okay, way up and in. 1-0. That's where Davidson has missed so far. Wampus Cats in their home white uniforms. Brown, yellow, and orange lettering across the jersey. And the 1-0 is inside. Steamers in their teal jerseys, black pants. Of the 4 jerseys the Clams have. Along with the specialty jerseys throughout the season. And the 2-0 pitch low and in. Got the patriotic jerseys coming up on July 2nd, the July 2nd game for the Clams. The matchup with the Tarboro River Bandits. 3 balls, no strikes to Kirk. Already a walk in the inning, and the pitch. Hung on, fly ball to right, and that'll get fouled down the right field line. Count goes to 3-1. As mentioned, Kirk, the night off last night. Tate Abbott, 0 for 4. Both of those guys really been back and forth, swapping out. Kirk has been DH, EH multiple times. He's over at first base. Abbott spelled today. And the 3-1, grounded over to second. 1 hop for Wilson, throws to short for 1. Stomers, the throw to first is in time, a double play. Stomers and Wilson, a few phenomenal plays in the inning. A run across for the Clams. We go to the bottom half of the 6th. It's 2-0 Edenton in front.
The Albemarle Area United Way is a nonprofit organization that improves residents' lives in 9 counties throughout northeastern North Carolina. This year, the Steamers have partnered up with the United Way and are looking forward to helping raise money for their services. On Sunday, July 2nd, the Steamers will be wearing special-themed patriotic jerseys for their game. The jerseys will be auctioned off during the game, and all the proceeds will go back to the Albemarle Area United Way. If you would like to have this one-of-a-kind jersey, be sure to be here that night and support a good cause. A huge thank you to H2OBX Water Park for making this night possible for the Albemarle Area United Way. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Welcome back, bottom
Leading off
half
for the
of the
Cats,
6th
number
inning.
35, Casey Knopp.
Casey Knopp standing in. Knopp, Thornton, and Barnes against Ben Bausis in his 6th inning of work for the Clams, aided by a defensive gem by Kay in the last frame. And the first pitch grounded over to third. Cotto fields it on one hop throw across the diamond, and he records the out. Cotto from deep third throws out Knopp. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th. Now Kip Thornton in there. Ben Bausis.
Next up for the Cats,
Second
number
time.
16, Kip Thornton.
Second time so far this season that Bausis has entered at least the 6th inning. Already 1-0. He went 7 innings in the 8-4 win versus the Norfolk Redbirds. And the first pitch to Thornton, swung off, fly ball to left. Kay venturing back. He has room and he'll make the catch just in front of the fence. Thornton gave it a ride, but it stays in.
Top of the lineup for the Cats, number 6, Garrison Bridges.
2 pitches, 2 outs for Bausis. Looking for a 3-pitch inning with the center fielder Barnes coming in. Garrison Barnes looking a full count at bat his last time. Struck out, and he swings at the first pitch, grounds it foul down the third base line. It's 0-1. No balls. 1 strike to Barnes. And the 0-1 pitch, swung on, grounded, went back to the mound. Bausis has it, throws to first. Another 1-2-3 inning for Ben Bausis. We go to the top half of the 7th. A gem on the mound for BB for the Steamers. They lead it 2-0. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Who's ready to rock? The 2nd annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. Well,
welcome back to Don Montgomery Park. The Steamers' 5th exhibition matchup, the first road broadcast. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you. Thank you to everyone watching along on YouTube for this afternoon tilt. Only the 3rd afternoon ball game between for the Clams this season. And this one, unlike the other two, both of those ending late in the evening tonight. Pitchers duel out on the mound, only 2 runs across for either side through the first 6. Ben Bausis, 6-inning gem out on the hill, putting away the Wampus Cats with ease. New pitcher on the mound for Uwharrie, the 4th, Raleigh Walker, number 14, comes in from Ferrum University, the freshman. Charlotte, North Carolina native, right down the road. And he will face off Paget, Morris, and Knowles. 7, 8, 9 in the top of the 7th inning for the Clams.
Leading off the inning for the Steamers, number 16, Drifton Paget.
Drifton Paget with some walks. So far in this game, Chris Morris on deck. He hit it hard as last time. Walker getting the sign from Knapp, and he comes set and delivers. And the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Great defensive plays indeed today. Just almost over at shortstop. The last top half, in the top half of the 6th inning. Oh, one pitch outside. Who knows? If he doesn't make that play, Winslow reaches. As Evan Davidson went an inning. He gave up a run. And the 1-1 fouled off. Single by Winslow in the top of the first, plating Myers, and then a RBI ground out in the 6th by Winslow, plating Ryan Kay, 2-0. Wampus Cats haven't manufactured a run against Clam starter Ben Bausis. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. High fastball from Walker. Paget's down swinging, and there's 1 away here in the 7th, and now Chris Morris standing in.
Next up for the Steamers, number 21, Chris Morris.
Chris Morris, his 6th game at the plate. Came into this one with a .231 average. A double, a triple, 4 RBIs. The only triple for the Clams in his last appearance. Swung on, line drive into right field, a base hit. Into right field, a base hit for Morris. And a 1-out single brings Tanner Knowles to the plate.
Next up for the Steamers, number 25, Tanner Knowles.
Tanner Knowles, a hit by pitch. He's also singled in this ball game. Comes up with 1 out and 1 on. Clams looking for some late inning insurance. Perhaps maybe even 1 more. Could get the job done the way Bausis has been on the mound. And the pitch from Walker is high. Count goes to 1-0. Walker in the spring for Ferrum College. 11 appearances, 6 starts. 1-3 with a 4.60 ERA and 43 innings pitched. Best game of the season came against Shenandoah. He tossed 6 innings, only allowing 2 runs and 5 strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch drifts low. It's now 2-1. 2-1 the count to Tanner Knowles. Again in his first game as a Clam. Georgia commit. Now Georgia got the new head coach from LSU, Wes Johnson. Tigers with the big win last night against Florida. The 2-0 low. It's 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes to the shortstop Knowles. Middle infielder, but playing shortstop today. 3 balls, no strikes. Santana on deck, a runner at first, and Morris with the 1-out single. And the 3-0 pitch from Walker is in there for a strike. After that fastball breaking pitch, another tall right-hander out on the mound for Uwharrie, standing 6'5", 190. 3-1, 1 out, 2-0, Clams in front. And the pitch on the outside corner, and the count is now 4-0. Payne on the outside corner for Raleigh Walker. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Morris over at first base. 1 out on the strikeout to Pageant. And the full count pitch, Morris off and running, and that one low and away, ball 4. And Knowles reaches for the 3rd time today, and now runners on first and second for the right fielder Giomar Santana. And Knapp out to talk
Next
with
up for the
Raleigh
Steelers,
Walker.
number 5, Giomar Santana.
Giomar Santana, designated hitter last night up in the 2 spot. Down in the 10 spot tonight. And continue to talk about his versatility. Always putting the team first. He's been in right field today. Left field, behind the plate for a game, DH, EH. Just so great for when you have Coach Hill, Coach Stallings, when you have a player like Santana, can play all over the diamond. The first pitch, a big cut and a miss at a high fastball. Santana versatile in the spring for Chowan University. Started out as the team's catcher. Played in 28 games, batted .290. But a tough move from catcher to the team's starting center fielder throughout the rest of the year. And looking for a big hit here with 1 out. And the 0-1 low, stopped by Knowles. Good stop there to prevent any movement on the bases. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the top half of the 7th inning. After a total of 20 runs in last night's Clams game, only 2 through the first 6. The 1-1. Santana on the hit and run, grounds it. Somers grabs it. Across his body, the throw is not in time. Morris coming home, able to throw to the plate, and Morris is out. Beber with the throw home. Guns out Morris, trying to get a run across, and there's 2 outs. The defense dazzling for both sides.
Top of the lineup for the
Beber
Steelers,
off the
number
bag,
3,
couldn't
Luke
corral it, but the heads-up play to gun out Morris, and what could loom as a huge out number 2 in this game. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Here in the top half of the 7th inning, and Luke Myers, who has a hit today, stands in. Myers coming into the game, batting .277. He has 11 RBIs. Second on the team. And he swings through a breaking pitch. And it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 11 RBIs. Tied with Tate Abbott for second on the team, only to Gabe Kirk, who has 14 into this matchup. No balls, 1 strike. Walker looking to get out of the threat here in the 7th. Line drive over the head of Wilson into right field. Coming around third is Knowles. The throw in is cut off, and another run for the Clams here in the late innings. An RBI hit from Myers, plating Knowles, and it's 3-0 Edenton in front. Another hit for Myers. He has 2 in the game. Over to third goes Santana. It's now a 3-0 Steamers lead. They've scored a run, and now back-to-back innings. And now Ty Garza up at the dish. Santana over at third base. He reached on the infield single. Myers at first. He singled to right. And the first pitch from Walker, way inside to Garza, almost got him. It's 1-0. One ball, no strikes. To the Clams' extra hitter today. And Garza takes one on the inside corner for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike. Going off up first is Myers in a foul ball. It now goes to 1-2, and Myers will retreat to first base. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you Sunday afternoon in Albemarle, North Carolina. 4-hour trip for the Clams this morning. And they lead it 3-0 here in the late innings. Walker gets the sign. And a throw over. Myers is back. Myers, so far, a dangerous threat on the base paths. 2 stolen bases so far. Got 6 last night for the Clams. They have 3 base runners with at least 4 stolen bags. And another throw over from Walker. Myers is back. Garza. Been the Clams' shortstop throughout the season, getting the extra hitter nod today with Tanner Knowles over at short. And the 1-2 pitch. Inside, gets away from Knapp. Coming in is Santana, and he will score. Pass ball, the second tally of the inning for the Steamers. Up to second goes Myers, and it's now a 4-0 game. For Walker, cannot let this inning get away from him. It's now 2-2 the count, and the way that Ben Bausis is going on the other side, Wampus Cats have been unable to touch him. Myers out at second, 2 runs across, and the pitch. Raza grounds it to second. Wilson drifts over, throws to first, and that'll do it for the 7th. 2 runs across. On the ground out and the wild pitch, the Clams lead it 4-0. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Faro Gas. For easy and reliable service, Faro Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at ferrogas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. The Steamers are excited to announce a newfound partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of the Albemarle. This season will mark our first annual jersey fundraiser for the organization. To coincide with our Chowan County Cantaloupes moniker, we will be wearing special themed jerseys on all home Wednesdays at historic Hicks Field. At our final Wednesday on July 19th, we will be auctioning off the Cantaloupes jerseys. All proceeds will go towards the summer programs that benefit the kids of the Boys and Girls Club of the Albemarle. We would like to extend a huge thank you to RC Theaters Albemarle Movies 8 for their sponsorship and support of the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you for your support of this great cause. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Faro Gas. For easy and reliable service, Faro Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at ferrogas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Welcome back, bottom half of the 7th inning here at Don Montgomery Park. 4-0 Steamers in front. Few runs in the top half of the 7th. Ben Bausis out for his 7th inning of work. And the first pitch grounded foul by Stomers. Carter Stomers, the shortstop. Some excellent plays in the field this afternoon. 2 hard hit balls as well. Some nice defensive plays here in the past few innings for the Clams as the Wampus Cats have started to ramp up the offense. Still no runs to show for it. No balls, 1 strike to Stomers. And a infielder from Catawba Valley. Swung on, grounded, up the middle, Knowles to his left, throw to first, got him the stretch from Kirk. Another excellent play on the infield
Next up
for
for the
the
Cats,
Clams.
23, Bryson Pepper.
Tanner Knowles up the middle, retiring. Carter Stomers. And now stepping in, it's Bryson Beber. 1 out. Bausis hasn't wavered here in this one. And the first pitch to Beber is high. Fastball, breaking pitches, all to his liking. And the 1-0 outside gets back to the backstop. It's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 4-0 game now. It's 1-0 through the first 5 frames. 3 runs in the past 2 innings for the Clams. Beber a drive to left, and that'll go foul. Add the home run distance. Just ripped it foul out in front of the fastball from Bausis. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The 7th inning from Albemarle, North Carolina. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you here. Beber, a fly ball to right. Santana comes running in, and he'll make the catch in right center field for out number 2.
Up next for the Cats, number 21, Joshua Barham.
Joshua Barham coming up. Bausis may have started the game as more of a strikeout pitcher. Recorded a lot of strikeouts in the early going. Now, recent innings, been more working to contact. And the defense worked behind him. 2 outs here, and the pitch to Barham. Well, on, popped in the air, and that'll get foul out of play. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Barham. The sophomore from Wingate College. Play Wingate in the spring. And the 0-1 grounded to third. High hop for Cottle, stays back on it, throws to first. Scoop by Kirk, and he got him. The stretch from Kirk on the close play. Another 1-2-3 inning for Bausis on the mound. We're through 7 here at Don Montgomery Park. The Steamers lead the Wampus Cats 4-0.
Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there.
Hey, my name is Zane Loveday, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel.
Thank you, Zane. You're listening to the official home of Edenton Steamers Baseball right here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube page. Home for all Clams home games and a select few road games, including today, as the Steamers taking on the Uwharrie Wampus Cats. 4-0 ball game as we head to the 8th inning. Ryan Kay making Winslow and Alden Cottle due up against the new right-hander on the mound for the Wampus Cats, number 19, Clint Turner, right-hander from Catawba Valley Community College, freshman from Lincolnton, North Carolina, 6'4", 220.
And they'll face the heart of the lineup in a 4-0 game. Ryan Kay standing in. He's reached a few.
Leading off the inning for the Steamers, number 22, Ryan Kay.
Ryan Kay came around to score in the 6th inning. Got hit by a pitch. Advanced to second on a wild pitch. Advanced to third on a wild pitch. And scored on an RBI ground out for Macon Winslow, leading off the 8th inning. Rams have scored a run in the last 2 frames now to extend their lead out to 4. Kay standing in, Winslow on deck. And the first pitch from Turner, fastball high and in. Turner featuring fastball, breaking pitch out there. A change-up occasionally. It's a slider as well. And the 1-0 pitch to Kay, way inside, and it's 2-0 as it drifts back. The backstop. Glad to be with you here from Don Montgomery Park. 4-hour trek from the eastern side of the state, Edenton. And the Clams going to play today, 4-0 lead, and the 2-0 outside. It's 3-0. Actually, Ben Bouse is entering the 8th. We'll see if Coach Justin Hill will trot him out again. 3-0 pitch to Kay, way inside. Gets back to the backstop, straight back here behind home plate. And 4 pitches, and Kay is on for the 2nd consecutive.
Next up for the Steamers, number 24, Macon Winslow.
Now Macon Winslow up.
Conference at the mound.
RBIs, and now assistant coach Jacob Emerson out to the mound to chat with Turner after 4 straight out of the zone. Steamers' next broadcast right here on YouTube will be Wednesday as the Chowan County Cantaloupes taking on the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. Rain out against Virginia Beach last Thursday due to the large amounts of rain coming through the state of North Carolina this past week. Start of a 3-game road stint for the Clams. We'll face off against Tarboro tomorrow night. You can catch that game on the River Bandits YouTube page. And then the Scallywags on Tuesday night. Macon Winslow standing in. He's the big producer offensively for the Clams. An RBI single, an RBI ground out here today. Responsible for the first 2 runs for the Clams. Edenton tacked on a few more in the 7th, and another pitch way inside from Turner. This one gets Winslow, and 2 on without a base knock. 5 straight out of the zone, a hit batter, and now Tate Abbott going to come into the ball game, going to pitch hit for Alden Cottle. Great reunion out there on the field. Tate Abbott against his teammate Turner.
In the lineup for the Steamers, number 20, Tate Abbott.
Tate Abbott. A lot of teammates on the field for the Wampus Cats. Chatting with head coach Houston Wright, teammates last season for the Clams, and the first pitch high and in Abbott as the strike zone still eluding the young right-hander Turner. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on first and second. And the pitch. Outside, it's 2-0. Fastball command. Waning Clint Turner, the Kings Mountain, North Carolina native. 10 appearances, 1 start for Catawba Valley in the spring. 10.1 innings pitched. And the 2-0 way outside, and now it's 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes to Tate Abbott. Kay out at second. He walked. Winslow at first, hit by a pitch. That one way outside, and Abbott pitch hitting, works a 4-pitch walk, and now the bases are loaded with nobody out. And now Gabe Kirk stepping up with a chance to extend the Clams lead here in the
In the bat for the Steamers, number 29, Gabe Kirk.
First baseman from Olivet College. 0 for 3 so far, and he takes the first pitch outside. It's 1-0. See where the Clams move Kirk here in the bottom half of the 8th, with Abbott now entering into the game. And the 1-0 to Kirk, in there for a strike. Strike of the inning for Turner as he delivers it on the inside corner to Kirk. 1-1. Bases loaded here in the top half of the 8th, and a 4-0 ball game. The pitch from Turner. Ball on, fly ball to center field. Drifting back is Barnes, should be playable. He makes the catch, coming home is Kay. Winslow advancing to third. Kay comes in. Winslow to third, another one across for Edenton, and they take a 5-0 lead. Sack fly for Kirk, RBI number 15 now on the year to lead the Clams. And the lead
Up
is
next
out
for the
to
Steamers,
15.
number 16, Drifton Paget.
And Drifton Paget will stand in with one away. And runners still on the corners. Abbott at first, Winslow over at third. And the first pitch from Turner way inside, and that one gets Paget. So it's Knapp behind the plate. Paget will go down to first base. Another hit batter in the inning for Turner. Just has not had that fastball control.
Hey Cats fans, Armadillo Axe Throwing on West Main Street in downtown Albemarle has fun for everyone. Join them for giant Jenga, cornhole, darts, and kids games. Oh yeah, did we mention the throwing of
Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear.
Welcome back. A call to the bullpen here at Don Montgomery Park. Bases loaded, one out. And Clint Turner unable to get the job done on the mound for the Wampus Cats. New pitcher, right-hander Ethan Young from Hillsborough Community College, the freshman right-hander. Also started few games from Harrisburg, North Carolina, featuring a fastball breaking pitch, a changeup as well. Apologies for the technical difficulties today. Clams on the road here. Have the bases loaded with one out. 5-0 game, looking for more. On the mound, Ben Bouse is sitting right outside the dugout. 7 innings, no runs. He's allowed just one base hit so far, has been dominant, and the Clams looking to add on more run support for him.
Number 21, Chris Morris.
And now Chris Morris, who got a base hit his last time, was thrown out, trying to steal a run in the 7th. Bases loaded, and Young trying to get out of it. And the pitch to Morris. Low. Knapp with the pick hop. Casey Knapp has been working behind the plate today. A lot of pass balls. The 6th arm for the Wampus Cats today. And another one in the dirt. It's now 2-0 to Chris Morris. Designated hitter today for the Clams. He's up with A 2-0 count, bases loaded, 1 out. A 5-0 game here in the 8th inning. And the pitch. Swung on, popped up in the air, first base side. They're over, and he makes the catch. A huge out, number 2. Aberova makes the catch, and now 2 away with the bases loaded, and now Tanner Knowles stepping up. Knowles has reached 3 times. A single, a walk, a hit batter his first time. Now up with 2 outs against the righty Young. Young 10 appearances, 13.2 innings pitched for Hillsborough, 5.27 ERA. 5 straight scoreless appearances during the middle of the spring season. And the first pitch, a big cut and a miss. 0-1 to Knowles on the breaking pitch. Young, his best appearance of the season versus Indiana River State College. 3 innings, 2 hits, didn't give up a run, a few Ks. Looking for that kind of performance here to get out of the 8th. And the 0-1 is low, it's 1-1. Tanner Knowles at shortstop today, wearing number 25. Not to be confused with last night, he was wearing number 8 in white. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning, 5-0. And the pitch, swung on, grounded foul, and Young is a strike away from getting out of this mess. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases full. Winslow over at third. He was hit by a pitch. Abbott walked. And Paget got hit by a pitch as well. And the 1-2. On the outside corner, called. Strike 3 on the breaking pitch. Young comes in, gets out of the inning. But a run across for the Clams in the 8th. Extend their lead up to 5. Edenton leads it 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Who's ready to rock? The 2nd annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there.
Hi, my name is Ben Balsis, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel.
Thank you, Ben Balsis, dealing a gem here at Don Montgomery Park. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning, a 5-0 game between the Wampus Cats and the Clams. As long as Balsis gets an out, it'll be the longest appearance of the season.
For your Cats, number 25, Aiden Wilson.
Now Aiden Wilson, 5, 6, and 7. Wilson, Martin, and Chandler do up against Balsis here in the 8th inning. And the first pitch outside, ball 1. Wilson, along with a lot of the Wampus Cats, have hit the ball hard in the past few innings. But the defense behind Balsis is headstrong. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. It's 1-1. That breaking ball dipping out of the zone. Really been fastball breaking pitch today for Balsis and mixing it up exceptionally well. And the 1-1 is high. It's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swung on, driven in the air to right. Playable for K. K underneath of it, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Next up for the Cats, number 28, Isaiah Martin.
Isaiah Martin stepping in with 1 out on the fly out. 5-0 ball game. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. One low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Now 1 low. It's 2-1. 2-1 to Martin. In the bottom of the 8th inning, 5 outs left for the Wampus Cats. And the pitch swung on, pop, foul. And that'll get behind us. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Bausis delivers. Swung on, line into left field, a base hit. Isaiah Martin with a base hit to left, looking to get something going for the Wampus Cats here late in this one. 2-2 fastball. Bausis led it over the middle of the plate.
Next up for the Cats, number 10, Bryson Chandler.
Martin took advantage of it, and now Bryson Chandler up to the dish. 313 average in the spring for Catawba Valley Community College. Best game of his season, 4 for 5 versus Wake Technical Community College. And the first pitch to him is outside. It's 1-0. If maybe Horton is used today for the Steamers. He came in at the end and saved the game yesterday. And the 1-0 is fouled off, the hard-throwing right-hander from Norfolk State University. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. On deck is Knapp if the inning continues. Martin over at first with a 1-out single, and Bausis the pitch fouled off. Bausis has been in control on the mound. Out of 2 strike counts. Worked that fastball all over the zone, outside corner, the top of the zone, low in the zone, got the breaking ball working as well. And the 1-2 off and running is Martin. Winslow to throw to second, the tag, and he is in there. Martin swipes second, and a runner in scoring position. Isaiah Martin with the stolen base, the single, and he's up to second with 1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Chandler. Tyson Chandler gonna put the Wampus Cats on the board here late in this one. And Bausis delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a breaking pitch. Bausis another strikeout, and there's 2 away
Next up
here
for the
in the
Cats,
8th.
number 35, Casey Knapp.
And now Casey Knapp, the catcher, with 2 away and Martin out at second base. Two outs. It's Wampus Cats' first runner in scoring position since early on in this game. And the first pitch to Knapp is in there for a strike. Outside corner, been working for Bausis all game. No balls. 1 strike in the pitch. Checked his swing. And it's now 1-1. Peel. No swing. 1-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. And the pitch to Knapp. Checked his swing again. This time he went around and the count goes to 1-2. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Bausis looking to evade a 1-out single. He comes set. And he delivers. On the outside corner, called strike 3. Another strikeout for Bausis, who's through 8 shutout innings. We go to the 9th The Steamers lead it 5-0. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Welcome back. Top half of the ninth inning, 5-0 Steamers lead. That hit by Isaiah Martin in the bottom half of the eighth was the first one for the Wampus Cats today. A no-hitter through 7 1/3 for Ben Bausis, who has been untouchable on the mound for the Clams. Literally untouchable. One hit through the first 7 1/3. And now the Clams offense back out there for the ninth. 10-1-2. Giomar Santana, Luke Myers, and Ty Garza here in the top half of the ninth. 8 shutout innings for Bausis on the hill. And now Santana due up. Ethan Young in there for his first full inning. And the first pitch to Santana is outside. Ball 1. Giomar Santana has reached a few times here today. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss. A fastball there from Young. The 6th pitcher used for the Wampus Cats. And the 1-1 to Santana. In there, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Giomar Santana. Vega Baja, Puerto Rico native. In there in a 5-0 ball game. Clams looking to win their 3rd consecutive ball game. And the pitch swung on, grounded, up the middle. Diving try by Wilson, and he can't get it. Into center field, a base hit for Santana. And a leadoff single here in the top half of the ninth, and Luke Myers coming up.
Top of the lineup for the Steamers, number 3, Luke Myers.
Myers with a pair of hits so far in this one, including an RBI base hit. He also has a run scored today. Santana over at first base. And the pitch high. Anaco, Pennsylvania native Luke Myers continuing to up that average. All of his hits, singles, continuing to today. 13 hits, now 15 hits. And the 1-0 pitch to Young. In there for a strike, it's 1-1. Luke Myers has been in the leadoff spot since Ryan Goff went down with a broken hand a few weeks ago against Tarboro.
Scored now 6 runs out of the leadoff spot and fouls. A 1-1 pitch off. It's now 1-2. Ty Garza on deck. Another opportunity to continue his hit streak. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, grounded softly to short. Stomer's going to go to second for 1. The throw to first is unable to be dug out by Beber at first base. Santana out on the force, and there's 1 away, and Myers takes Santana's spot over at first. And now Ty Garza coming up to the dish.
Next up, number 7, Ty Garza.
6 hits for the Clams, 7, including the base knock by Giomar Santana. 5 runs across, 1 in the first inning on an RBI base knock by Macon Winslow. We had an RBI ground out in the top of the 6th. 2 runs in the 7th. RBI ground out, a pass ball as well. The run in the 8th on a sac fly. The first pitch is high to Garza. Steamers have scored in 3 straight innings. Scored 4 runs. It's been more than enough for Ben Bausis on the mound. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch off and running, going from first is Santana. Ground ball over to first. Bember corrals it. He'll go to the bag for 1, and up to second base goes Myers, and now there's 2 away. 2 outs, and now Ryan Kay up to the dish.
Next up, number 22,
Kay
Ryan
came around to score in the last inning. Walked against Turner on 4 pitches. Scored on the sac fly by Gabe Kirk. 2 outs, a runner at second. Ryan Kay now with 10 RBIs on the season. 1 of 4 in double digits. He swings at the first pitch, grounds it. Somers at short, throws to first. Diving snap over at first by Beber to record the outs. A phenomenal play over at first base. The Clams strand a run. 3 outs away from a road victory. They lead it 5-0.
The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There were plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Faro Gas. For easy and reliable service, Faro Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at FaroGas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com.
Welcome back to Don Montgomery Park. A new pitcher on the mound for the Steamers. Left-hander Ruben Costin relieves Ben Bausis, who goes 8 innings, allows only 1 hit. Dominant on the mound, only 1 hit allowed in the 8th inning. Costin comes in to relieve him. So far this year, Costin in his 5th game, 2 starts, 9.1 innings pitched. 7.71 ERA, 8 earned runs, 11 walks, 11 hits, and 8 strikeouts. Bausis phenomenal on the hill today. Limiting the bullpen. Only needs to get 3 outs to secure the Clams' 4th exhibition win of the season and their 12th overall. Some changes out in the field for the Clams. In right field is Jackson Ellison. He's in for Santana. Over at third base, Ty Garza after Tate Abbott came in to pitch it for Connell. Abbott now serves as the extra hitter. Cottle comes out, Garza over to third base. And the extra hitter in the PCL this season, serving as almost an extra designated hitter that can be used for infield positions, used for pitchers as well. Seen that a few times when the Clams has faced off against the River Bandits. And now, Ruben Costin looking to get the remaining 2 outs. Again, a happy birthday as well to the Paget brothers, Drifton and Chandler Paget, celebrating birthdays here today. And the first pitch swung on, driven in the air to center. Underneath it and making the catch out in center is Drifton.
Number 16, Kip Thornton.
And now there's one away. Paulson, excuse me, out in
Up next for
center.
your
One
Cats,
pitch, one out.
Carolina, Number 6, Garrison Bridges.
And now one out for Garrison Bridges. What a great birthday present for the Paget brothers. A win on this Sunday. And the first pitch in there for a ball on the inside half. It's 1-0. Garrison Barnes against Ruben Costin, a lefty from East Stroudsburg University. And the 1-0 is inside, 2-0 to the center fielder. Costin, one of 5 Clams with double-digit walks on the season. When he's in the zone, very effective. A drive to left field. Kay drifting back to the wall. He looks up, and it's off the wall. Around first, heading into second, and coasting into second with a one-out double.
Next up for the Cats, number 9, Carter Starnes.
Barnes into second with a one-out double, and now Carter Stomer's in there. Halstead in left, Paulson in center field. The whole outfield switching out for the Clams, who lead it 5-0. Wampus Cats looking to rally here in the bottom half of the 9th. Got a one-out double. Costin looking to close the door. And the pitch. Low and in. It's 1-0 with a breaking pitch. Fastball breaker from Costin. Is that fastball slider, one of 3 left-handed arms for the Clams, along with Zane Loveday, who has returned. Luke Delta as well. And the 1-0 pitch from Costin swung on, fouled back. It's now 1-1. Clams looking for their second shutout win of the season. They took down Outer Banks 3-0 on the road. Would be the second road shutout as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wampus Cats looking to change that here in the 9th. And the pitch swung on, fouled off, and it's now 1-2 to Stomers. Clams looking to go 4-1 in exhibition play. They had a 7-game winning streak against non-PCL opponents until that was snapped by the Disco Turkeys on Sunday. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Winslow corrals it, throws to first, heading to third is Barnes, and the throw is wide by Kirk. Strikeout, throw him out to first. Barnes advances to third, and now the Wampus Cats are down to their final out this afternoon.
Bryson Bever.
And now Bryson Bever is the final hope for Uwharrie. Excellent breaking stuff there from Costin, low in the zone. Now looking to record the final out. And the next telecast will be Wednesday. Clams return home against the Sea Dogs, and the first pitch to Beber is inside. Jacob Smedley, glad. Join me this Sunday afternoon where the Clams are out away from securing their 11th victory. And the 1-0, swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Excellent breaking pitch there from Costin. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Barnes over at third base. He doubled and advanced on the strikeout. And the pitch from Costin. Swung on, fly ball to left. Drifting over is Halstead. He's underneath of it, and he makes the catch. And that's the ball game. 2 pitchers combined for 9 innings, and just 2 hits for the Clams as they take down the Wampus Cats 5-0. Few RBIs from Macon Winslow, but the Clamtastic player of the game, Ben Bausis, 8 innings, 1 hit, and kept the Uwharrie offense at bay. The Steamers have won 3 consecutive ball games and start the 3-game road trip with a victory, 5-0 win, their second shutout of the season. And they head back to Edenton with their 11th win of the season. The Wampus Cats fall to 8-9. The Clams move to 11-4. Their next matchup will be tomorrow night against the River Bandits. The next telecast will be on Wednesday at home against the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. Jacob Smedley saying thank you for tuning in to another presentation of Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube page.